All right, it is Sunday evening, and I'm going to be doing technical analysis on the MNQ here. I do trade QQQ options, and that reflects or correlates with NQ or MNQ. So that's why I'm going to be doing technical analysis, and everything else is pretty much closed. I think I might be able to look up some overnight stock prices, but let's take a look at MNQ currently here. It is green. We had a huge move to the upside and to the downside there. So we'll take a look at what intraday is looking like. But last week, we had Monday and Thursday low here around that 30,100 level. So that might be an area of interest. If we start breaking below that area, we might go in short to see if we see Wednesday low here around that 29,900 level. If not, fill that gap to the downside. And then to the upside here, if we break Monday and Tuesday highs, that's going to be creating higher highs on the MNQ. So that is a signal for us to go long or go into calls on QQQ. Everything else in the middle here is pretty much going to be sideways action. See, if you look at Monday's candle, so high of Monday right here, 30,900, and the low of that 30,100, that's 800 point difference. It seems like we're trading in that big area, right? So if we get up to Monday highs, I want to see what price action does there. If we start rejecting, let's get into puts. If we get to Monday lows, previous Monday lows, we want to see what price action does. If it starts bouncing up, we go into calls. Okay. But if we start breaking down below here, which I think there's a higher probability of us breaking to the downside versus making all-time highs. Again, if we start breaking down below here and then break Wednesday lows of 29,900, then we are going to be going into that gap fill from that previous Friday there at that 29,750 area. So let's go take a quick look intraday on that 5-minute candle. So this green line and then this pink line here, red line, which I like to call it, is the 15-minute opening range of the previous day. So it looks like when we opened here on Sunday night futures, we came down and we broke the 15-minute opening range of Friday, and then we shot right back up. Now we're trading above it. So above it meaning the market is made this huge move. I don't know what happened. There was a volume spike here. I'm going to do a little bit more research later tonight, but there was a volume spike right here, and the market went to the upside. So if you didn't hear, there was some geopolitical news over the weekend stating that the Strait of Hormuz was open and that the U.S. and Iran was going to be having conversations about setting up a deal and getting that deal finalized. But they were supposed to meet in Switzerland. I've heard that things started going south during those discussions. So we have to really pay attention on what breaking news comes out as fast as possible, because that can cause, like a 100-point spike here in 5 minutes with really high volume here, and especially during Asia session. So you have to figure out what you're going to do here and what levels you're going to pick to trade off of. Right now, I could probably go in long to see if we make a higher high here, and then just see if we keep going to the upside, or if my stop loss would be right here under 30,100. But that is all I have for today. We already have our levels picked out. I'm gonna wait to take a trade until tomorrow morning to see what the market did during London session, and then we'll be waiting for that first 15-minute opening range to be created, and then see if we break out to the upside or downside. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.